Oh, we've seen that before many a time. Sachin Tendulkar back and across, and he just whips that onto the onside for a couple.
He's so good at that. Just a hint of, let's say, time there. Into position early. Generally a defensive shot, but at the last minute, that flick of the wrist and the bat comes down hard and he just sort of pushes it into the gap for a couple. He's very good at that.
What a shot. You stray just a touch towards the pads and Sachin Tendulkar will punish you all day. A really good looking shot that.
Hey, this is exceptional work. He played a similar shot to Lagerfeld earlier on, especially when he was sort of caught up. Again, just the hint. He gets into such a wonderful position and then lets it come on to the body. It's not in the air. Plays it very late. And look at the amount of timing that he can sort of impart. Tremendous power that goes to the fence all along the ground.
Through the offside, he'll get a couple, Sachin Tendulkar. But Ntini will not be too unhappy with that. He'll feel that he nearly beat him. He's tried to push it up there, Makai Ntini, but Sachin Tendulkar equal to the task this time. Nicely forward and didn't try and whack that too hard, just pushing through the line. A couple to end the over. 36 for 1.
Either.
Nicely driven through the offside. He'll pick up at least one. Partly stopped by A.B. de Villiers. Such a good fielder. Struck quite nicely by Sachin. Good footwork, reaching out to the ball. Off the back foot, that's gone through the hands of Herschel Gibbs at point. It'll be a 4. Sachin Tendulkar got on top of it and played it quite nicely in the end. Was hit quite hard.
Starting to expand his range of strokes now, Tendulkar. He's very watchful in the beginning. That sort of length he would be leaving early on, but throwing the bat at it.
It's always and timed it well. He'll just get the single. Andrew Hall doing well in the deep.
The drinks break would have given both sides the opportunity to assess where they are right now. One can imagine that India, with 18 overs to go, will look to just step on the gas a little bit here. And for South Africa, they'll just have to keep their consistent lines and lengths going. Field well. You should.
Making room and finding the gap. Forceful drive from Sachin Tendulkar. They're on their feet now, anticipating a big finish here, Indian fans.
I think that's an indicator of how they're thinking. Suddenly breaking loose, making some room for himself and hitting it in the air, but in the gap as well for an emphatic boundary by Tendulkar. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Registering the boundary that he's hit in this over. Slow delivery, finds the gap. Sachin Tendulkar with a lot of ease. Philander has been made to look pretty ordinary so far in this over. Short deliveries pulled by Rahul Dravid over mid-wicket for 4, and then slow delivery going horribly wrong. Picked up early by Sachin.
And played beautifully. It's not the easiest shot to play off a slower delivery. That really sped to the fence. Played it late, got the right timing and placement.
He's running hard. Get there in time. Good early call from Sachin. Making room and driving beautifully through the offside. More runs for Sachin. In fact, it's a boundary. Wonderfully played by Sachin. 15 runs from the over. India motoring along quite nicely now. 162 for 2.
Well, just the over that India needed. Both these champion players are now really turning on the heat, and yet not taking too many risks. They're not hitting over the top or taking risks, playing good cricket. So that's a magnificent over. Suddenly takes the scoring rate to 4.26. Looking very healthy indeed now.
Good to see some innovative stuff from both.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot. Wonderfully done. Now this is vintage Tendulkar, moving away, is quickly into position and converted that into a boundary.
.181 for 2, as we have another look at that smashing cut shot from Sachin, making room and intentionally putting the ball in the air to miss the fielder at point. Charles Langer felt possibly bowling the wrong length at this stage. You need to keep it nice and up.
Got a long on.
That's uppish from Sachin. Only be one.
Ball one immediately, and it was on. David de Villiers, the fielder.
Cullis into the attack. The captain, Tendulkar again pushing hard for 2. Angevelt doing the fielding, just the one. So this should be a good tournament or good 10 days for India.